trying to find that Class 150 and...
trying to find a Class 150 in the trans community. There you go. Well, if this is your first time here on the Rockstar Bull 69 channel, hello, I'm Ian, he's Sheldon. He likes sex with Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and I try to make as much sense as I can while talking to you in absolute bollocks.
Let it make sense.
Exactly. Well, good morning, folks, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means, the rel's yours with Trains in World 5, as we get ready to say goodbye to a long list of routes. And the first of those routes we're going to be saying goodbye to, thank the Lord, it's going to be Rivet's worst route of all time. So let's go to the trains and to the West Cornwall local, because we are finally saying goodbye to it. And we're saying goodbye with Reliving History, operate the early morning grand tour service from Penzance to St Austell using the historical LMS Jubilee 6p steam trains. So grab your ticket, get in line, Sheldon be here as well to have some fun, and let's go and say finally goodbye to this horrible monstrosity of a goddamn route. I know. I hate to think what's going to happen when YouTube sees two of them vlogs that Tico's done voiceovers for. YouTube will probably have a fit. Welcome to West Cornwall. Yeah, we've been here already. We know about West Cornwall. You've been assigned to this Jubilee. Couples of the coaches arrived at platform 1, run the tour service, stopping at each scenic location to allow passengers to take photographs. No!
We're a charter.
We're a charter. No! Hello, Kolaphur again. We've either had, during this, Kolaphur or Leander.
Just those two.
Just those two. I don't remember ever having another,
Galatea or Bahamas.
Galatea or Bahamas, no. I don't remember who we had, for the first one. No, hold on, we had Kolaphur for the first one. Then we had Leander twice. Don't know who we had for the last one.
Oh, we're seeing the empty stock arriving.
Yes, the empty stock is arriving. See, this is how it should be. The empty stock arrives, and we're going to disappear off down the line to go and get on the empty stock.
So this is the last West Cornwall local we're doing.
And every single person, I guarantee you, every single person right now, celebrated. Like, yay!
Like that kind of celebration.
Oh yeah, that kind of celebration. Let's get that finally off the board.
And let's get this screenshot.
Yes, let's get this screenshot here. Give Kolaphur every right to have a word with itself. There we go, look. See? West Cornwall local. Gone. I like it when it's gone.
Gone.
Gone. Gone. We knew what we wanted to do at that exact moment, didn't we?
With Stan Smith.
Gone. Exactly, we know what we want to do. We have 2 days of recording lined up, and we have...
Not many.
You say not many.
But there's some not added on the thing.
There's some not added on the thing. For example, I've not put the other two for June on yet.
Ah, and also there's some that are more than one.
Yes. In fact, the majority of them are...
more than one.
Well, for what we have to do, we only have to concentrate on 2 that are more than one.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2, one of them we have to wait.
Oh, yes.
And the other one, we have to get somebody in. We have to get someone in this to be examined by top men.
Who are they?
Top men.
Cut C2 warehouse with crates.
Yes, cut C2 warehouse with crates, which you'll probably get monetized for by YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. They're going to severely demonetize me in the second.
Oh, that's the point. Speaking of YouTube.
Yeah, go on then.
Because it was their 20th birthday last week.
Was it YouTube's 20th birthday last week?
Yes. And I bet you didn't do anything to celebrate it and slack them off.
I actually didn't. No, it was their birthday last week.
Yeah, it was 20 years since the first video was uploaded on YouTube.
20 years since the first video was uploaded. I know what that video was as well.
What?
It was a video of someone standing there looking like a dumb fuck.
Actually, you're kind of right, but at the zoo.
Exactly. Was it someone? Okay. But YouTube has given us so many classic memes in the past. So many.
YouTube's give us classic memes, friendship.
Yes. They may have given us classic memes and friendships, but YouTube, on behalf of every single person you have fucked over, on behalf of every single person who you have bent over and rogered royally, we'd like to say 4 words to you. Just 4.
And those are?
Happy birthday, you And I know I've put a bleep in there.
Actually, speaking of
Oh, now you've got to put a bleep in there. Jesus Christ.
no, actually, there is a bellend that I do want to talk about.
Oh, there's a bellend.
Oh, yeah.
Secondly, have you still got on your phone, perchance, the render of the All Aboard Studios teaser and the 150?
Don't think so.
Because I kind of need them. And when I say kind of need them, what I mean to say is I have to have them. And when I
The
say,
All Aboard Studios.
you know, who's doing that new route, are they All Aboard Studios or are they someone else? You know who's doing that route and they shared the render of Crew Station? That everyone's saying is Crew Station.
Oh, that one.
Yes, that one.
You can just get that off there.
Can I?
Yeah, but it's on the roadmap, remember?
Show us. The 150 isn't, though.
No.
We'll have to go searching for that. I tell you what I will have, son. Can I have the ear grip, please?
150, you can just look on, can actually just look on the thing with, the group chat, the Facebook chat with Tico.
I know, but I'm having trouble finding it.
I'll find it in seconds.
That's what she said. But yeah.
It's all there, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's got this feeling, but my right ear feels... It doesn't feel clogged, but there's definitely excuse me, sir, the pin number is incorrect.
Yeah.
There you go. The pin number is incorrect, and now you've been introduced to who I dub Big Blue.
Big Blue.
First of all, man wants roadmap.
No, not Google Drive.
Don't look in that Google Drive.
Why, is all your porn stash in there?
Right, you can have read for that.
Damn fucking right!
You can have read for that. That's disgraceful. How dare you insinuate that?
Well, what else don't you want me looking there for? Oh, Sprinter.
It's where Tico keeps his sprinter porn. That's where it's where Tico keeps his hardcore sprinter porn in my Google Drive. And I am not sorry for saying that either. Oh, dear me.
I'll get onto that bell in a sec. We'll just sort this out first.
Yeah, we'll just we'll sort this out first. But hopefully you're all having a great day wherever it is you are in the world. I forget what day this is going up. I think this is Wednesday.
Oh, no, that's the fake one.
That's the fake one, is it? A bit like you every now and again, but that's another story for another time. Yeah, we should be getting May's roadmap soon, shouldn't we? Should be.
Would be next week, I think.
I'm thinking next week while I'm well, next week as in this week. Yeah, I need all of that as well, don't I? There it is. There it is. Lovely. I can get onto that while I...
And... Can I get access to your Facebook on here?
Probably not, because I've not put it on there. Man says he's not put it on there.
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so We'll have to do this a different way.
We got to do this the hard way, are we?
Yeah.
You've said that before about cheerleaders as well, haven't you? But that's another story for another time.
Yep, they love the hard way.
I know they love the hard way.
And we just departed Penzance.
How many of them love the hard way, Simon?
36 of them.
36 of them, do they? And are you able to go into detail that may or may not result in you getting a slap on the wrist about what is involved with the hard way?
If I mention anything about the hard way, I'll probably get red carded. And now you just done that, I actually can't think of anything.
I would have had to go through you to get the pen. I would have had to go. That was your perfect chance, and you went.
I know. My mind just went blank.
That is one of those.
My mind just went blank because I'm actually focusing trying to find that 150 for you.
That was one of your Klaus moments. Hey, shout out for Klaus, not for Santa.
If you want the easier way, I will show you the easy way. Right. See that information there?
Yeah, it's I for intelligent.
Right.
Yeah.
Go down, view media files, and that should make it easier for you.
Really?
Yeah, because that 150 render. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Where is it?
Go down.
This is good. This is going well for him.
It's there.
Ah, lovely.
I'll just
yes, forward that to me. Forward that to me. Forward that to me. Lovely.
There we go.
Fantastic. And now I'm somehow going to get that onto the big computer. I didn't think that through.
That's your problem now.
Yeah, it's my problem now.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it? You were going to talk about someone that may or may not mean that I
Unfortunately,
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm
gonna
gonna
have this for a second.
I know I'm gonna have to have this because someone tells me there's gonna need to be a few bleeps putting here. Over,
Yeah, because first of all, I've got to unblock the.
Okay then, fair enough. Right, I better put this in small writing. Because I've got a feeling there's gonna be a lot. I've got to keep up with them all.
Oh, I can't find it now.
You can't find him now. You've said that before as well. You've said that before as well.
No, I'm sure he's.
Ah! There we go. Still trying to find
No, I
it.
think he realised he's fucked up when I've called him out on it.
Oh.
I blocked him, but I can't find him now.
Oh. Actually, hang on. Oh my god.
Actually, hang on.
Actually, hang on. I may need something strong for this. If we guys need strong, you can play by hand right now. Have you got something strong you could put in my hand this very second?
Ooh, I actually do have some stuff.
Okay, have you got anything strong you could put in my hand? Because I feel like
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Dr. Pepper, yes, lovely. Lovely. Oh, give me some of this copium. What's the tagline for Dr. Pepper?
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, it's about to, isn't it?
Yeah, for this.
Oh, okay, there's another one.
At 12 minutes 55.
Yeah, thank you. It was actually 54, but we'll let you have 55.
Yeah.
There you go. Go on then.
So basically, there was a guy. Oh, there. I probably didn't tell you about this, but there's a guy called Bus Ken at Blue Sky Social.
Bush Ken.
Yeah.
Sounds like he hasn't had any, but go on then.
So basically, we'll get into it actually.
Yeah, go on. You got an hour.
Basically,
Only a Rivet room.
Basically, I think it was 2 weeks ago or last week. I can't remember.
Yeah.
There was this court ruling that happened against transgender people.
Yes.
Which, honestly, the court ruling can go fuck themselves.
Yes.
Massively go and fuck yourselves.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, trans women are women and trans men are men.
Yes.
And if anyone disagrees, you go fuck yourself with an iron stick.
Preferably red hot and very sharp.
And hopefully it burns you to fucking death.
Yes.
Actually, that's gone a bit too far.
Nah, we'll let you have that one. I think you may need to deal with another issue. Because Lola is struggling to get up there.
Yeah, we don't condone that kind of violence, but to anyone who hates trans people, there's an exception.
Yeah, Lola wants up.
The only reason she wants up is to come over here and cause a fucking mess.
Yes, speaking of, clean your shit up!
I know I keep saying that to myself, it's like, I need to clean it. Oh, can't be arsed.
Exactly, clean your shit! You were saying.
Right. So basically, there was a court ruling that basically we won't get into, but that court ruling is an absolute dick.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, trans women are women and trans men are men.
Thank you.
Right. So someone actually messaged me on Blue Sky, not privately, publicly, and they say the Supreme Court ruling is common sense. No. So I gave you about 4 views back. And he responded, your rude and immature response means that you don't actually listen to people. No, I do listen to people, I just don't listen to bell ends.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought, let's play about his own game then, shall we? So okay then. Oh yeah, he told me to grow up as well. He goes, time to grow up. So basically I thought, right, let's play about his own game then. So basically I said, okay then, what's your opinion on this then? Grown up to grown up. He goes, my opinion is stated as before, the court's ruling is common sense. So basically I just said then, okay then, so you'll say that trans women are not women and trans men are not women. He goes, yes, that's what the court ruling says, and it makes sense. So I just call him transphobic. At the end of the day, because that's what he is.
Yes.
So I called him out on it, blocked him, and now he's just disappeared because I can't even see his Blue Sky replies.
Probably blocked you as well.
Can you actually block someone on Blue Sky after you blocked them?
That
That is a good question.
is a good question.
But no, I called him out on it, and you know what I did at the end?
What?
I said to him, time to grow up.
But no, that is ridiculous.
I do have some stuff that he actually said, because I did took a screenshot. That's why I said, hang on a second. Because basically someone was talking about it, he goes, rubbish, the court ruling is pure common sense. Well, he's rubbish for a start. Then he goes, these are blog posts, by the way, he was replying to that sort. He goes, the court decision is pure common sense, so-called trans activist rat bags. So you can definitely tell he's transphobic.
Yeah.
Who deface public areas and status just illustrates immaturity. Really?
Really?
And you gobbing off over the internet is immature? I think so. See, this is the kind of people that has opinions, should actually keep them to themselves and shut the fuck up.
You know who's to blame for all this, don't you?
Oh! Yeah, she can have a red card just for being a bell end.
Oh, can she?
Yeah.
Okay then. Hey, JK. You don't watch this shit, I know you don't. But you trans... Red card.
Definitely. You know what? She could just have another red card because I hate Harry Potter. Always hated it from the start.
You always hated Harry Potter?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Why? I've got to... Before I dish this red card, why did you always hate Harry Potter?
Because when the first movie
You
came
know
out...
our sister likes Harry Potter.
Don't care. Because when the first movie came out, I just wasn't interested. And now she's a transphobic, I hate it even more.
So, I can get the fact that you just weren't interested in Harry Potter. I can get that. But now because she's transphobic, you hate it?
Yeah.
Did anybody else's brain at this exact moment just go... Pff.
Well, no, actually, I'll do one even better.
You'll do one even better.
J.K. Rowling,
Yes.
you transphobic bitch.
Oh my.
Take Harry Potter's broomstick and shove it up your ass.
There are many things that could be described as wrong with that. There are also many humorous things that could happen after that has happened. For a start, Harry Potter's broomstick is magical. So after she has inserted it into an orifice that you have described, she might take off. And she might start flying around.
Yeah, hopefully she takes off to the moon and never comes back.
You really... Is this where we're gonna put up in the corner? You know what grinds Sheldon's gears? We now hand you over to Sheldon for, you know what grinds my gears? You know what grinds my gears?
You know what grinds my gears? That J.K. Rowling, what a bitch she is. But no.
No, I'll get in on that segment as well. You know what grinds my gears? Rivet Games. Who thought that Rivet Games was a great idea? I mean, you come out every DLC, you bring out this piss poor DLC, you come out acceptable, you say you've done your research, but then it comes out so piss poor that a 2-year-old could have done better. Sort your shit out, Rivet Games. And that's what grinds my gears.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
But no, at the end of the day, the transgender community is always welcome.
Exactly.
Because trans women are women and trans men are men.
Exactly. You have a friend who is trans.
I have plenty of people that I know.
We both know someone who's trans.
And if you disrespect the transgender community and my transgender friends, you disrespect me.
And if you disrespect my trans friends and the trans community, you absolutely disrespect me. Because I will come out as an advocate for the LGBTQIA plus community.
Just like I proved that guy was a transphobic.
Exactly.
I called him out on it, and then somehow it's just magically disappeared.
Wow. The magically disappeared. Hey, he must have been a friend of J.K. Rowling then. He magically disappeared. Expelliarmus!
Hey, he was an Aussie as well.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oh, wait. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Trent, that's one of your guys. Anything you want to say to that, mate? I mean, Trent'll back us up, because Trent is an advocate for the trans community as well. But even he won't stand for that shit off a fellow Aussie. He won't stand for that garbage. Look at that, 20 minutes in, and all we've talked about is...
Trying to find that class 150 and...
trying to find a class 150 and the trans community. There you go. Well, if this is your first time here on the Rockstar Full 69 channel, hello, I'm Ian, he's Sheldon. He likes sex with Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and I try to make as much sense as I can while talking to you in absolute bollocks.
Does it make sense?
Exactly. That'd be perfect for a channel trailer. That would be, wouldn't it? That'd be absolutely perfect for a channel trailer.
Yeah.
I've got to do a new channel trailer. Because my old channel trailer still has the NASCAR stuff and the Jurassic World stuff there. We have a T-Rex. You know, T-Rex doing laps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, who remembers the T-Rex doing laps? I remember that.
Oh, was it the Stegosaurus that destroyed us?
Yes, we got absolutely rogered by a Stegosaurus. If you haven't seen that opening video for Jurassic World Evolution, do go check out the playlist, because we got absolutely rogered by one. And when I say we got absolutely rogered by one, I mean we got so rogered that we almost killed ourselves laughing at what happened.
Oh yeah, speaking of that new Jurassic movie, is it Jurassic World or...
Oh, the one with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's a Jurassic something.
I did tell you about this, but apparently I found out why Scarlett Johansson's in it. Because when you heard her name first, it's like, eh?
Yeah.
what's she doing in a Jurassic World movie?
So like she begged him, didn't she?
Yeah, basically, because she was a big fan of it, she actually begged to be in it. And she even said, I don't care if I'm just in it for 5 minutes getting eaten by a T-Rex or dinosaur. I just want to be in it.
There's plenty of things I want to do to Scarlett Johansson in 5 minutes. One of them maybe that, but it definitely would be 5 minutes. That's all it would be. And that, Ian, is a line, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That's a line. Sheldon is now thinking.
No, I'm going to let you get away with that because I would do the same as well.
Yeah, I know. Except we knew it wouldn't last 5 minutes.
3 minutes.
Not even 3.
30 seconds.
The next train to... It's already here.
By the way, where are we going to?
We are doing the full route.
St Austell.
To St Austell, yes. We are doing this the only way that we know how. And that is the final scenario is always a full run of the route.
It's actually a shame because I could have gone to see Great Britain today. It was doing, I think it's Cardiff to Carnforth.
Cardiff, Carnforth. It's actually a double shame, do you know why? Because the final 69 is going through our local in a couple hours.
But no, I did say that these next 2 days were just focused on this.
Yes. And then we're in another problem.
You're booked out for May.
I am booked out. I am properly booked out. Well, I say I'm properly booked out. There is the potential for a couple of dates, but like I said, I am properly booked out. Which is why I want to use as much free time as we've got to get as much of the June stuff as possible, because literally May is rammed full. But
do you actually have a day off in May?
Do I have a day off in May? Can I please have my calendar? I'd like to consult my calendar, please.
Is it on here?
No, it's on my red phone, wherever you put my red phone. Which is on 9% battery, don't tell anybody. Yes, I know that's uploaded. 8%, sorry.
Lost a percent.
I lost a percent. Hey, if I lost a percent, that means I'm part of the 1% club. I watched that!
Watch what?
The 1% club. Right.
First of all, what the hell is that?
So basically, the 1% club is a game show where you start off by answering the question that 100% of the nation would know.
Okay.
And as it goes on and on and on, the percentage gets lower and lower and lower, and contestants get whittled down until we get to the final stage. Once you pass the question that only 5% of the people know,
Yeah.
if you do that successfully, you are eligible to answer the question that only 1% of the nation can supposedly answer.
And that is?
It can be anything.
Any question.
Any question. Any question.
Oh, so basically the 1% could be which Dallas Cowboy cheerleader that Simon slept with last night?
Yeah, it could be.
Because only I know.
Because only you know.
And the cheerleader.
And the cheerleader in question.
Yeah.
But,
It's 1% to a different level.
no, I'll,
Yeah.
But, along the way, once you get past, I think it's, either 40 or 30%, once you get to that question, you then have, there's 100 contestants,
Yeah.
right? And each of them start with £1,000. Now, if you get your question wrong, you're out and you lose that £1,000 and it goes into the prize pot. However, when you get to the 40 or 30% question, you're given the option. You can disappear now with your £1,000, no one will say anything less, goodbye, God bless, or you can carry on and you get a free pass. However, if you use that pass, you lose your 1,000 and it goes into the prize pot.
And then you're basically...
But that free pass allows you, if you don't know a question, you can use it and then skip forward to the next question. but you can't use that free pass after the 5% question.
Because that's the last question.
Exactly, yes. But if you make it to that 5% question, don't use your pass, and you're at the 1% question, instantly you've got £1,000 no matter what. You then, whoever's left, they get a share of £10,000. They can then decide to take that share of the 10,000 or answer the 1% question. If they answer the 1% question, they get a share of the £100,000 prize pot. And depending on how many people get the 1% question right, that's how much you take home.
So basically, there could be like 2 people that could answer it right at the end.
Yes.
And they walk away with 50 grand.
Exactly. Or however, it says up to 1,000 because 100,000 because you've got to take into account some people may have walked away with the grand already.
Yeah.
But it's whatever half of that is. And I watched that in its full, and I actually got all the way to the 1% question and I answered it.
So what's the 1% question?
The 1% question was basically there was a sentence, but some of the sentences were replaced by numbers, and you had to decipher what the numbers were. That was it. He basically had done his sentence so that the numbers spelt out his job.
Right.
Can you tell us what his job was? And everyone was there looking at it, and I was like, florist.
Okay.
And the answer was florist. Because what they had to do was take the first letter of each number, put it into the sentence, and then take that first letter and put it into their... It's complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man would get lost straight away in that.
I just get to the 30-40% and take the grand.
Take the grand, say bye, see ya.
Yeah.
He'd
Rest
be
is
like,
too hard for me.
the rest is too hard for you.
Mind you, but it's not hard to get to that part.
You'd be very surprised how many people fuck up just the question that everyone in the nation would know. You'd be very surprised.
And what's that question? Anything.
It could be the easiest question known to man. It literally could be the easiest question known to man.
What, like how many cheerleaders have Sheldon Banks per night?
No, that's a question that only 1% of the nation would know. In fact, I don't even think that's a question that 0% of the nation would know. Why anyone would want to know a question like that, I haven't got a clue, but we do that for another time. But yeah, it was when I was in Newcastle. That's when I was speaking of Newcastle. I'll get onto that in the second half.
Oh, is that what I heard yesterday about? West Midland trains.
That's what I told you all about. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, that's brilliant.
Actually, I do need to put in a repay for cross country.
I've done all my delay repays. Did all my delay repays on my Penzance service down to London on Friday.
No, because basically I was on a cross-country service on Easter Sunday from Birmingham to Manchester.
Oh, speaking of which, I need to go get the tickets out of the sleeve and put them in the book because I believe April is coming up.
It is.
Lovely.
So, I was on a cross-country service on Easter Sunday from Birmingham to Manchester. Supposed to depart at 16:01. And they were departing, the engines got shut down. So the back of the train ended up having a train fault.
Lovely.
And we were there for 35 minutes just to get it sorted. In the end, you had to uncouple the rear 5 coaches and set it up as a 4-coach train to Manchester.
Oh.
To be fair though, it wasn't that bad.
Do you know what? My train up to work yesterday and back wasn't that bad either. I got there 4 o'clock. I was expecting it to be absolutely rammed, but no, it wasn't. It was busy, but there were still seats.
Yeah, it was busy, but I think A, most of them were studying the festivals, and B, there was some studying the art, but it wasn't like absolutely rammed.
Yeah.
So it was still, at least I had a seat anyway.
I know. Your seat was in the good half. I can only imagine your reaction if your seat was in the worst half.
Actually, my seat was by the window with the sun on me.
Oh, that's that. Can I have a moan? Can I have a moan before? Why do trains not have blinds on them?
Actually, do the Voyagers have blinds?
The Voyagers do, but practically everything else doesn't.
Oh yeah, the suburban services don't.
What? We need blinds.
Well, the 350s did have curtains in the first class area, which is now declassified.
Yeah, but we need blinds. Because the amount of times I've suffered with horrible screen, being blinded but with the screen is ridiculous.
And why they're only on express services and not the commuters?
Yeah. That is a question that needs answering. Why have you done that?
It's like at work, we've been wanting blinds in our little TV room for years.
You already have blinds. You pull them over when the night department does their work. I said that, and I am not ashamed of saying it, sir.
Those like colleagues are total bellends.
I know. I can't believe you're... He's like, ooh, but that... So yes, they're bellends, aren't they?
Oh, I can tell you something in a sec what I did to them to piss them off.
You did something else to piss them off.
Oh yeah.
Something else?
Oh yeah.
Something else that you haven't told me already?
No, I may have told you already.
You may have done, but if you have, I'd be definitely interested in you spilling the tea, as we say.
Well, basically, I left them a note saying, these are 5 cages that...
Oh yeah, you told me about that already.
I'll tell these... Basically, they don't work the cages properly because they can't be fucking asked to have a look at the shelves properly.
Yeah.
I remember one actually being caught out because one of the managers, section leads at the time, was talking to the knights, and this woman goes, oh, I can't find this, so I'm going to put this as overs. Dumb fucking bitch. And then the guy had a go at her and then showed her where it was. But yeah, so they don't actually work it properly, so they decided to just shove it on the cage, let someone else deal with it.
Unfortunately, what they forgot to realise is the person that came along to deal with it was this guy.
And I will tell you like it is, they're lazy fuckers. If you can't do the job properly, then don't fucking do it at all. In fact, fuck off. But no. So they end up... I know.
Okay.
We're moving on to take 2 in a second. Well, we're moving on to take 2 in a second, but we're 30 seconds. Well, I did say 30 seconds later. It's actually more like a few seconds, but or 30 minutes, whatever. Anyway.
20 minutes later.
Yeah. So... I remind myself, so I left them a note Saturday night because I did 5 cages. This was a couple of weeks ago. I did 5 cages of their so-called overs, but 2 of them ended up being cages that I don't think they actually worked at all. Now, honestly, right, if you did not work it, just state it. If you said we haven't worked these 2 cages, then I'll be like, right, I'll work them first thing.
Can you just pass me the black pen while you...
This black pen.
Yeah, that black pen. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Right. So basically, if you haven't worked those cages, then just say it. It's like, don't be arrogant tossers about it. If you're like, oh, it all worked, but it hasn't. Liars, don't be liars. So basically, I left them a note on a piece of cardboard saying, these are 5 cages of your so-called overs that I worked and condensed down to 1 cage. Bunch of cowboys. Because at the end of the day, they're cowboy workers. If they can't do it properly and do a botched job about it as well, they're cowboy workers. That's the truth.
Reminds me of that show we used to have over in the UK, Cowboy Builders.
Yeah.
They're not cowboy workers, they're cowboy builders.
Problem is, though, they decided to take the cheap way out and pretend everything's worked when it wasn't. So, I actually heard this off somebody because I did say to them, because I know they work 2 to 11, the night's coming around 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you're going to watch the fireworks explode. And it kind of did. So I heard this off this guy. Basically, they came in, one of the night colleagues, they left you a note. So he looked at it, and then he asked the guy that I was speaking to earlier. He was here till 11, because he was working till 11. And he goes, just wondering, who was the colleague that was on Frozen that night? And he goes, oh, I don't know. So they walk off, come back. The only reason we asked because they left them a note. He's like, okay, I still don't know. Walked off and he overheard them yelling, "This is a disgrace!" No, the only thing that's disgraceful is because you can't do your fucking jobs properly nights.
You just wish you were there, sitting in the corner.
Or sitting in the freezer drinking a can of Dr. Pepper. But apparently I got told off, well, told off briefly, not properly told off, just saying, you got to stop leaving sarcastic notes to them. And it's like, I'm only telling the truth. But apparently my note was sarcastic for them to complain when they can't do the job properly, but as soon as someone complains about them, they're instantly like that. Oh, did I offend you? That's good. Now we know they're a bunch of liars, but no one does anything about it. Oh yeah, this was brilliant on Saturday just gone.
I remember you telling me this. I fucking nearly wet myself when you said this.
What about our regional manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently I've been hearing people say, oh yeah, we're not allowed to chat shit up about nights anymore. I'm wondering, really? First of all, they say, well, you're to blame for starters, as a joke like. But apparently it's our regional manager, because she came in, I think it was Thursday, Friday, something like that. Apparently she doesn't want the managers and the colleagues to chat shit about nights anymore, because apparently we are understaffed and it's embarrassing to them. Well, sort it out then, you bitch. The problem is, right, we've had this all before with managers. They want the store to be as best as it can. In fact, one of them actually said, I remember this store being the absolute best, and now it's just not. And I want it to restore it to its former glory. The only reason you want it to restore to your former glory is that you actually hire some more people, because that's what made it so wonderful, and that's why it was brilliant at the time, and the store was absolutely had a good reputation at the time because there was so many people in. Now you try to make a store work with less people and it's not going to work, and that's why you're getting frustrated, because you're not hiring any people to do the job that's needed.
How long have you been working there?
18 years.
How have you not been promoted with an attitude like that?
To be honest, if I get promoted, I'll probably...
First thing you'll do is sack nights. I know what you fucking do.
Oh yeah, I'll give them a massive headache. I'll be like kicking and fucking screaming at them. No. The problem is though, you get promoted, it's actually more shit.
Yeah, you're just happy being a lowly grunt.
Yeah. I'd rather be a grunt than a...
18 years you've worked there.
Yeah.
Serious?
No,
You're not serious.
I'm not serious. And don't call me Shirley. Yeah, 18 years. See, I'll tell you what, if I decide, you know what, fuck you all, I'm going,
Yeah.
they'll be in the shit.
Oh, I know they would. Where's our hard worker gone? Oh, that's right, he fucking walked.
Some days I'd feel like that, to be fair.
But then you remember.
Oh, no. The golden rule if you're in a rubbish job is just think about the money.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Just think about the money.
One side, I'm like, bliss. The other side, fucking get this over with already. Ooh,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, just think about the money.
Because honestly, I can tell you, one side that I work for is brilliant. They have people that communicate properly. They have people that set things out how they want it. They listen to stuff that needs sorting. It's a brilliant environment. And they're willing to bend over backwards and help you if you need any help with shifts, etc. The other side, here's your shift, do it. But I need to... We don't care, goodbye. But I need to... We don't care, goodbye. Can I have this shift, please? How much did it cost you? It cost me this. No, you can't have it. It costs you too much.
Why does the train keep stopping on viaducts?
Because apparently they want shots on viaducts. All you need to do, right? You know that thing you were saying earlier, right? About just think of the money.
Yeah.
Right? Just think it's a Rivet Games route.
And they think about the money.
Exactly. There you go.
Well, hang on. Is it West Coast Railways at the time? The touring operating company.
Yes.
Which they just think about the money. And don't use the money wisely to put central door lockings on their trains.
Oh, here we go. He's off again. He's off again.
Speaking of cowboys. No, I'm not going to be off on that.
He's going to go to perfect segue in a minute. Speaking of cowboys, Dallas Cowboys.
But no, they seriously had plenty of time to fit central door locking onto their trains, and they don't even bother.
What is it that does it for you with them cheerleaders? Is it the boots? Is it the shorts? Is it the top? Is it the pom-poms? And I don't mean pom-poms by different kind of pom-poms.
No, it's definitely not the pom-poms they're holding. Unless they're going like this.
Dear me. I shouldn't I? I've got the pen in my hand. I should for that one. That was. I didn't even need to set him up for it. He just said, "Here's the door. Let me kick it open." And
in fact, there's a lot of things that have been set up and got away with them.
I know.
In this one.
I know they have. Unfortunately, you're not getting away with that one. That's a red card.
Yeah. I better be on my best behaviour now.
Yeah, because those 4 or 5 red cards you gave me when I had to be fucking silent, I'm catching you up very quickly.
Is it about 3 of this one? 2 or 3?
2, yes. What is this? If my sheet is correct, the score is
2,
3 to 2.
Yeah, I better be on my best behaviour now. So Ian, what happens with Newcastle? Change the subject quickly.
Newcastle? Nothing happened with Newcastle. Newcastle was fucking brilliant, mate.
Yeah, but you had something about Newcastle. Well, coming back from Newcastle.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Newcastle was a fucking great trip. I managed to get... I mean, the Monday up was a bit naff with the weather. But I managed to get the Stockport diverts in. I managed to get...
It was, to be honest. Well, it was alright when it got into the race course at York. When it came out, it was raining. And then surprisingly, when it went over to Leeds and Bradford, the sun came back out.
No, I managed to get the Stockport diverts done. I managed to get... how many other vlogs did I manage to get to? I managed to get 323, 195, Northern 170 on the Harrogate Loop, 802... then I got... I mean, okay, it was a bit... The morning was rubbish. I didn't get through Cramlington or Manners. It's not Manners, Morpeth. Because they had some issues early morning. Which is fine, I can accept that. They had a few early morning issues, that's fine. But I still managed to get off Manners, Newcastle, Chester Street and Durham. By the way, please visit Chester Street again.
Yeah, because now got an hourly service.
Not only has it got an hourly service, that waiting... Oh my god, wait till you see that waiting room. Oh my god.
Is that inside the building?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, there is a waiting room inside that building and oh my god. I have seen some beautiful waiting rooms in my time, but that one in Chester Street. No, words cannot. You have to see it for yourself. You have to see it for yourself.
Okay.
And I mean that. I absolutely mean that.
Yeah, because the problem is with my East Coast Bay line that I've done, because I've done it up to Dunbar.
Yeah.
But because most of it now was recorded back in summer 2024, it's mostly outdated. I even had to do a little piece of camera when I was at York last week, just to explain that Transpennine took the North Island stop off to Newcastle and replaced it with a 2-hourly service for LER.
Hourly now.
Oh, it's hourly. Oh, fuck. Even that's out of date. It's hourly? I thought it was every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours for the York Newcastle.
Oh, that shuttle.
That shuttle. But one of the other services makes up the other hour, which I think is one off Scotland.
Ah, that would actually make sense, to be fair.
Yes. Also, Ian has seen platforms 5 and 6 at Darlington. I don't like it. I also don't like where they're putting the footbridge. What the?
Yeah, because when I went there, they only started the platform.
They've not started.
That's in the advanced stages now. There.
I would say that's not even in the advanced stage. I think they're ready to take away the stuff and open that platform up. It's just a case of getting the footbridge ready.
You know what would be hilarious?
What?
If they actually opened that footbridge up on the 27th September 2025.
It would be hilarious.
The day when the Stockton and Darlington Railway first opened.
It would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Eagles. I have a gripe with Eaglesmith. I have a gripe.
Because of their platform and the station being overhauled.
No. I don't have a gripe with that.
Okay.
Who actually owns that station?
Is it Northern?
It should be Northern.
Yeah.
So why are there Grand Central staff there? And why are there Transpennine staff there as well?
Good question.
Who actually owns... Because the Grand Central 180 came in, here comes the Grand Central member of staff to see it off. The Transpennine stuff coming in, here comes the Transpennine member of staff to see it off. And I didn't see a Northern person once!
Unless they have to have staff employed at the station now to see their departures.
Then why don't they have that at Hartlepool?
Because they actually have Northern staff there?
No. But if there has to be a Northern person there because they work in the ticket office, obviously. So why isn't there a Grand Central person at Hartlepool?
Good question.
Why is it? Well, obviously.
Well, no, they can just dispatch the train themselves, can't they?
No, but my point remains. My point remains.
Actually, I do want to get back to the northeast because I do actually want to get the video I want to get done.
For the Durham coast?
No, actually one station is on the Durham coast, but basically I want to do the journey from Stockton to Shildon.
Ah! And let me guess, release it around about the 27th of September.
Yeah. In fact, no, I think the Sunday's the 28th.
Well, I can help you out there, sir. I can help you out. The original station is that little big building that's just to the south of the station.
Hey, that's easy, that's good.
Yeah, all you gotta do is walk down the road, and once you see a big row of houses, it's there. That's just.
Actually, there is something interesting that I did learn. I did not know about this.
What?
So basically, if I ask you this question,
Yes.
what is the longest service station in the UK?
See, I know this, but it's actually a trick question. So the correct answer should be Broad Green.
That's what I thought.
That should be the correct answer, but it's not, is it?
No, because I didn't know this until I watched Jeff Marshall's video. Apparently, Hyington, between Darlington and Bishop Auckland, is apparently the longest serving station.
Hyington.
Yeah.
I've
It's
never heard
one
of it.
stop for Shildon.
There isn't a Hyington there. It's North Road, Shildon, Bishop Auckland.
No, there is another station there.
Interesting. Interesting. I was not familiar with this station's game. Could you please make me familiar with this station's game? Have a look at my stuff here. Yeah, we're okay. Because the good news is I can get some more stuff thingy.
And you're missing another one as well.
Oh, Newton Aycliffe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I knew Newton Aycliffe. I didn't know Hyington was there.
So
Because they always said North Road, Newton Aycliffe, Shildon, Bishop Auckland. They never mentioned once about Hyington. By the way, Superior 158 on that route today.
Oh yes. But yeah, because Hyington is also the place where they actually put locomotion onto the rails.
Ah.
But I think it was 1827, 2 years after. Because basically, Stockton and Darlington Railway had passengers on the first day, then after that there was no passengers at all.
Alright.
It was mainly for use for freight.
Lovely.
But then 2 years later, they actually constructed a station building there.
Ah.
So Hyington apparently is one of the first railway stations, and I think it's the longest serving railway station in the UK.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Which I didn't know that because I thought it was Broad Green myself, because that's on the Liverpool-Manchester Railway.
It is.
Because Edge Hill was relocated,
It was.
and the first Liverpool station was before Line Street opened.
Yes.
I can't remember what the... Crown Street.
Crown Street, there you go. It's like everyone knows Manchester Piccadilly, but no one knows Manchester London Road was before Manchester Piccadilly, and Manchester London Road is Manchester Piccadilly.
Yeah. And the first Manchester station is now part of the Museum of Science and Industry at Motti,
Yeah.
which was Manchester Liverpool Road.
Actually went past there and saw the tracks inside the.
Yeah, because the all-salt viaduct kind of ruined their connection.
Yeah. It kind of ruined their connection, but someone tells me if they ask nicely, they.
I don't think it's possible now because it's
I don't
really.
think it's possible.
They could, but the problem is they would have to build literally a brand new line.
Yeah.
But apparently, that museum's getting a makeover soon with the trains.
Is it? No.
There's some ideas, CGI images that got up to show what they want to look like.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, we're on the final stretch now. We've got 11 miles to get to St Austell.
And we actually diverted your thing from coming back from Newcastle.
Yes, we did. Sorry, we did. So yeah, no, trip across to Middlesbrough was good. I finally got Kurt Zuma arriving into Middlesbrough, which was good. I wish to hat Trans Pennine Express on the back.
Whoops.
Yep. Welcome to Rivet Games, everybody. Rivet Games, where they just mess it up completely and.
They got a different kind of tunnel vision.
Yeah, they've got a different kind of tunnel vision right there, haven't they? We'll fix that in a second when we get out on the other side here. Yeah, I wish to take something up with Trans Pennine.
Okay.
Their train arrived into Middlesbrough, heading to Redcar, 20 odd minutes late. The brain surgeons that they are sent it to bloody Redcar.
You would have thought they terminated Middlesbrough
Exactly, this is what.
and then put it back on time.
Exactly. It left Redcar 9 late.
Okay.
Explain how it got to Middlesbrough on time.
It flew.
It must have done. No way that makes up 9 minutes in that short space of time.
Unless it's got a big waiting time at Middlesbrough.
No, 2 minutes. It gets there at 18:21, it leaves at 18:23. It essentially made up all of its 9 minutes there. on the route run from Redcar to Middlesbrough.
Interesting.
It is. It's very, very interesting indeed.
Must have had a good clear run, but
Must have done. No, well,
unless the tyres are slacked.
the run was good. I can say that. I got a bit of work done while I was on it. The run was good down. Cross country did me a solid while I went to go get KFC. Train was sitting there, and cross country was also waiting there.
Where did you get your KFC from?
The Mackey's, the KFC just down the road from Piccadilly.
Ah,
It takes literally 5 minutes to walk there, 5 minutes to walk back.
is that as if you're going out past Subway to down that street?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Because essentially, you keep going, it brings you out the back of Piccadilly Gardens where the Mackey's is.
ah.
It brings you there.
Yeah, I do know about that. And we're now on the single track section, even though this is not single track anymore.
No, it's not anymore. But no, the run down to Stafford was good until I got to about Stoke when, well, something inside of me decided it wanted to have a word, and I may have left a biohazard on the train at.
Yeah, too much information.
It definitely was too much information, because as I was leaving the train at Stafford, someone went in the toilet and I think I heard them gagging. If you were that person, it wasn't me. it might have been. But then he gets to Stafford. Knock, 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 knock. Hello, our name's London North Western Railway. We're a complete bunch of fucktards. And I mean a complete bunch of fucktards. Allow me to digress. So I was sitting there, as you do, waiting at Stafford. I get a message from somebody. Put your hand up if you were the one that delivered that message.
Me.
Thank you. And it said they've cancelled your train. And I'm like, no, they're not. It's here. I can see it right here, and it says it here. It's here. It's running.
No, because I got a because since I've got the East Midlands Railway app on my phone, it actually automatically sends me messages saying your train will be on time. So when I was there, it says there's been a change to your train, and so I looked at it, and that's when I realised it was cancelled.
Did it also tell you on the Friday just gone? There's a Pendolino that Ian might like on this run to Liverpool. Keep him away from it at all costs. No. So then I had another look at the board, and the board said calling at Lichfield, Trent Valley, Tamworth, Nuneaton. I'm thinking, huh? It's not called at Bruges, Trent Valley. What the fuck? So it comes in. The guard's in the back set. Oh, the front set's faulty. That we can't open the doors. And the Avanti staff are there. They're like, well, what are you doing? Oh, everyone from Rugeley's got to wait for the next one. And I turned around and said, you are the last one.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, well, we've sorted out something for Atherstone. We're not sorting Rugeley out. And she didn't say this just to me. She said it out loud so that the Avanti staff heard her. First of all, big mistake.
Really?
Big mistake. I have two problems with her statement there. And it was only an issue affecting the front unit, which, for those who've ever stopped at Rugeley and Atherstone, the front unit only stops there. It's not big enough to accommodate all 8 coaches, so they have to lock out the back 4 to only open the front 4.
You know what they could have actually done? Extended that unit out a little bit off the platform and told everyone to get in the rear 4 coaches.
Hold on a second.
Because you've got to think that platform is 7 coaches long.
Hold on a second. Let me finish first.
Yeah?
I'll get onto that. So then there's about half a dozen of us there, half a dozen to about 6 to 10 people there waiting to go Rouge Trent Valley. And we're all looking to the Avanti people for answers, and even the Avanti guys don't know, because London North Western didn't tell the Avanti staff. So we're all sitting there in the waiting room, and the member of staff at Avanti, and bless her fucking heart, she was fucked off with LNWR. You could tell the way she was talking. She was trying to keep it as professional as possible, but she was fucked off with them. And then you come back. You know where the office is at Stafford that they hide in sometimes on platform 1, just under the stairway.
Yeah.
We're in the waiting room that's close to the old platform 2, the new one that's just behind the Starbucks.
Yeah, I know which one you're about.
Yeah. The doors are open, and we could hear her ripping London North Western a new one. And LNWR were just like, well, no, they have to go to Birmingham, and Avanti were arguing for us. They can't go to Birmingham now to get to Trent Valley. They'll miss the last train. Oh, they got to get to Birmingham. No. And literally 10 minutes, we could hear her arguing with them for 10 minutes straight. Eventually, the arguing stopped, and she came in. They're putting a bus on for you. It'll be here in, well, how long's a piece of string?
Yeah.
I think she got off the phone with them at 11:45, and the bus picked us up at...
Exactly, but it takes half an hour just to get to Birmingham.
Yeah, it takes half an hour to get to Birmingham.
So you missed the 11:15.
Yeah, you missed that one. Eventually a bus did I know who the bus driver was, I know who the company was, and because there was 2 of us that wanted Rouge Town, the bus stopped initially at Rouge Town, so fair play to Avanti for doing that, and that reminds me, he sent an email praising that lady. I forgot her name, and I apologise, but she needs the absolute top praise, as does someone else who I'll get on to in a second. In fact, I might leave that till tomorrow's Horseshoe Curve video.
See, this is the thing that I mentioned, especially when that incident happened with Thameslink back in December, when that fatality happened at Hitchin.
Yeah.
It was at Sandy at the time.
You were at Sandy, yes.
There's railway companies that get absolutely crapped on.
That don't deserve it.
But some of the staff actually do a fantastic job.
Yeah. And I think Thameslink are one of those companies.
Yeah.
I honestly think Thameslink are one of those companies.
You see on social media they get crapped on a lot.
Yeah.
But some of the staff are absolutely very helpful, informative.
Exactly. Same with Avanti. I could not, in that 10 odd minutes that we were there, I could not fault that Avanti one bit. And I know they get shit on a lot, but I could not fault them enough.
Especially when they had the cancellation due to short staff at the time.
Exactly.
And just because of that experience, because people get knocked off about it, or people getting annoyed about it, that's what made them a bad company, but...
They're not. They're really not.
It's not.
It's not. But no, to London North Western, I give you 2 questions to ponder on, and these are 2 questions that I'm going to get answers to, because I've not even wrote the email out yet, ripping them a new one, which will probably be about the 15th new one that they've been ripped. If there was a problem with that front unit, A, why the hell did that train still run? I have seen train cut services with double units get cancelled because there's a problem with the doors in one unit.
Yeah.
Okay, so why the hell did that train run? And secondly, why the hell are we constantly having the same conversation that you sort out one station, but when it's Rugeley, nah, can't bother. Nah, can't be bothered.
that there is nothing wrong. I don't think they actually trained to do it, but they should be in case this happens. If the front unit is faulty, right?
Yeah. Stop the rear unit there.
Yeah.
Stop the rear unit there.
All you're doing
And,
is...
and do you know what the really annoying thing is about that? They moved the signal on the down to London back.
Further back.
Further back. So they can do that.
And you look at these charter trains when they come in, oh, they can still accommodate coaches with the first 2 coaches off the platform.
Exactly. Exactly.
So charter trains can do it.
Why can't a dipshit company like London North Western Railway? And here comes the really, really insulting part.
Like I say, all you have to do is move 1 coach off the platform and tell people to alight for the rear 4 coaches.
Exactly. That's all you got to do. But no, we don't have the artificial intelligence to do that.
Say about Atherstone, you could probably do that at Atherstone.
Yes, you probably could. And then here comes the insulting part. I put in the delay repay. And what do London North Western turn around and say absolutely immediately? And when I say absolutely immediately, I mean absolutely immediately. It was literally a reply straight back as I put in the delay repay. We're sorry, we couldn't find a delay of 15 minutes. You're entitled to nothing. I'm sorry, what? So you're telling me you cancelled the train? And I even put this in the appeal. I've got it on film. I've got the person saying it on film as well, that you didn't even put a bus on for Rugeley Trent Valley. So don't sit there and insult me. Do not sit there and insult me, and I'm going to wait and see what is replied back. But no, I will be ripping them a new one. And I think it's about time that someone looks into their practices, because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of decent people for London North Western, but someone in management has a real fucking problem with abiding by the terms and conditions that their company signed with the government. And it's about time that they were held accountable for it in some respects, because it's not on. It's just not on.
It's like basically they're telling people to fuck off, it's not our problem when it is.
Yeah. It's like you put a delay repay in. Oh, the delay's not our fault, it's someone else's fault. No, your train was cancelled, sort it out. No, it's their fault, you'll be hearing from them. And then when I get to hear from them, yeah, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
So why they've sent you to us, I haven't got a bloody clue. And then it goes, and then you're involved in a 2-month back and forth where London North Western is saying it's not wrong until somebody gives them a round of S. Oh yeah, it's our fault, sorry. They need to be held accountable. And I mean it. London North Western Railway, who we deal with, the biggest bunch of in the fucking world. And I'm not afraid to fucking say it, because they are
Absolutely. And we now made it to St Austell.
We have made it to St Austell. And we have made it to the end of the West Cornwall local, which means we say goodbye to glorious sprinters and goodbye to this absolute shit heap of a route that Rivet fucked over. In fact, you know what? We haven't done it for a while. On behalf of every person that's played this route, Rivet, red card. And it's a red card that is not only deserved, but it's for thinking that you could put out this piss poor route, get away with it, and just leave it there and not fix your shit after however many years it's fucking been.
Yeah.
So, in other words, Rivet, fuck you. And that's on behalf of every single Sprinter fan in the world. Kiss our ass.
We got the gold for it.
And we got the gold for it. So yeah, next up we have Horseshoe Curve. That's going to be the Saturday video. Join us for that. I'm sure we'll have more ranting and raving to take part in with that one. But yeah, we never have to see this route again, and please be assured, as soon as I finish this, it was deleted off my console as quick as fucking possible. And speaking of deleted off consoles, I now leave you in the capable hands of Sheldon, who has the final word of the video, as he always does with these things.
You know what we forgot? We forgot the wise men.